again, good evening to everyone. Just we started the recording. We all know, right? Almost one project we have completed so far. What is our goal? Our goal is to achieve 25 different project from the real AWS and DevOps environment. So we are into second step now to get quickly start. Most of you guys are right. Already attended my project one. So I could see some of the name, repeated name. I remember Anurag and Mark Lawrence. Few people I could remember their name last week to this week. That's really good. So as I said, right, I have uploaded that video in our YouTube channel. I don't know how many of you got a chance to have a look into that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, the people who missed, quickly I'll show you, because other videos also going to come into that same playlist, by the way. Okay, this is our high-tech institution channel. This is our AWS DevOps project 1. Okay, same way, one day before we uploaded. As I said, right, if you guys need the notes, right, notes of that particular project, I have mentioned in that description itself. Okay, so here you go. This is our WhatsApp channel link. The people, if anybody missed to join that day, you guys can join here. The notes, right? The project notes, everything I updated over here. All right. So good, I believe. So now we can get it started with the project 2. Okay. So what is the discussion about today? Today we have another important, interesting project. This is all about to set up a AWS organization setup with service control policy for organization unit. So basically, this is one of the interesting stuff. Anybody heard about this AWS organization SCP, service control policies organization unit? If anyone has have exposure, just raise your hand, okay, or put one message in the chat. All right, I believe this service is totally new for many people. That's what I understood. But if you go any environment, right, you cannot ignore the service called AWS organization. You cannot ignore. As of today, I'm telling you cannot ignore this particular service. Okay. Why we cannot ignore this service? Generally, if you go right, any environment, if you go as of today, they are having multiple AWS accounts. One account they are using it for dev environment. One AWS account they'll use it for staging environment as a pre-prod. Another one AWS account they'll use it for production. So when they use it like that, obviously they'll deploy the application in that way. If you look at this architecture diagram, you can see prod AWS account, stage AWS account, and dev AWS account. So 3 AWS accounts are there. So purpose of having various different AWS accounts is, if you wanted to do some testing or you wanted to do any development kind of activity, you obviously need to test it in a dev AWS account. So there is no production impact. If you wanted to change something in your prod environment, you need to test it in the stage first. If everything works properly, all are communicating well, all the connections and the connectivity all works as expected, then this is good. Okay, then we can go ahead and implement in the prod. Okay, this is the hierarchy mostly every project will follow. You can see 3 accounts over here, and here the project A, we have a 3 AWS account, and the project 1, right, we have a 2 AWS accounts called dev and prod. This is for different project. So in this architecture diagram itself, we are able to see 5 different AWS accounts. So when you have a various AWS account in your project, in your environment, it will be very much difficult to handle each and every account individually. Imagine you cannot believe. I worked on one project almost 7 years before in my career. One of the leading company, even which runs in India. You won't believe, almost 450 AWS accounts we handled in that particular environment. 450 individual AWS accounts. Out of 450, close to 180 plus accounts, which was architected by me directly into our environment. That's a separate story. But I'm just wanted to let you know 450 AWS accounts, individual accounts. So when you have a huge AWS accounts in your project like this, it will be very much difficult in terms of handling each and every account individually. Individually means what? How you will handle? So obviously, billing for 400 accounts, you wanted to manage the billing monthly, you need to pay the bill. It's not an easy task, right? For managing the billing, you need a big team. So that is first challenge. Managing the billing, paying the bill for all the 400 accounts individually, it's not the easiest one. Second thing, if you have any organization standard in the sense, the project I told you, right, 400 plus accounts we are managing. Over there, most of my, people are accessing Mumbai and the Singapore region only. Most of our clients are belongs to India, so Asian side people. So we allowed only Mumbai region and the Singapore region in that particular project. So those kind of some global project restriction will be there, region restriction kind of things. So those kind of items, right? Those kind of things, right? We'll have to implement across 400 account. If you go ahead and implement that, restriction individually to all 400 account one by one, again, that is not the easiest task. Okay. So when you have a 400 plus accounts, right, managing all 400 credentials, which all the accounts are production, which all the accounts are, dev account, which all the accounts are, pre-prod account, I mean, stage account. Organizing the account itself, we will face lots of challenges, right? So this is the complexity exactly we will face when you work in any live project where you are handling many AWS accounts. That is the reason AWS launches one dedicated service called AWS Organization. When you have AWS Organization, right, what we can do, we can take one AWS account, we can consider that AWS account as a master AWS account. In the master, we will enable the organization service. When in AWS search tab, if you search with the organization, it will come. You can enable it. When you enable it, that account become master. In that, right, you can create various organization unit. Something called Project A is one of the organization unit in this organization. Marketing is separate department. HR is separate department. Clients is a separate department. Under that, under that organization units, you can have your accounts can be organized in proper way. This is one of the example what you are seeing. But actually, when you go, your account will be properly organized. Your account will be properly organized according to your convenience. Okay. So for organizing our account applying the common standard, I told you, right, one example, region restriction, only we will use Mumbai and Singapore. Those kind of global restriction, right, we can implement from the organization. When you implemented in the organization level, it's applied to all the sub account, all 400 accounts, right, got applied into it. One place, one single place, I'll add the restriction, all the 400 account will take effect. Okay. That control policy is called as a service control policy. The name of the service is AWS Organization. The restriction and all, the organization standard restriction we are applying through policy, right? That policy is considered as a service control policy and organizational unit. Okay. So organize our accounts to properly. These all the accounts are production. These all the accounts from the project 1. These accounts are used in the project 2. These many accounts are using in the project 3. So to organize your 400 plus accounts, right, we will use the term called organizational unit. Under the organization, we have a different units. This is department 1, the first unit, second department, second unit, third department. Like we can organize our account. So if you go into any project, right, any real environment, if you join any company, this project, what you're going to learn today, that will be the most useful thing to understand your infrastructure better. Okay. That is the reason we are going to discuss the this particular use case today. All right. So before going to that, anyone has any doubt or question? Question all about technically relate to the title explanation, what I've given. Any doubts or question?
Sir.
Yeah, Anurag, you have something?
So just now you told that you have managed around 450 AWS accounts at a time.
Yes.
So it may be possible that tomorrow it can be asked to apply certain inbound rule or install or create a specific instance on all 450 accounts at a time. So by what tools it can be possible? Because by manually it is not possible to
Yes.
create the resources one by one.
Yes, correct. See, for that, right, all the 400 AWS account, we will have one IAM role will be created. Okay, that IAM role has the permission from our pipeline tool, Jenkins or Azure DevOps pipeline or any GitLab or GitHub workflow, any pipeline will have a authentication to interact with all 400 account through that role. Every 400 account will have that role will be created in that. Okay, so using that from the pipeline, we can through CloudFormation or Terraform, we can write a pipeline to deploy the resources in the all 400 accounts if you wanted to do it in single shot. Okay, but usually we will not go and deploy all 400 accounts at a time. Very rare use case, that one. But frequently we'll get it to deploy the resources in 4 account, 3 account, 5 accounts based on the division and departments, organization unit. However, we follow the same strategy. Every account, whenever we create the account itself, we will create the role. Okay, that role will have a permission from my pipeline tool. So we'll make use of that pipeline tool to deploy the resources, cloud resources using CloudFormation or Terraform. Okay. Yeah, I think Anurag got the answer.
Hi, Ari.
Yeah, Saurabh.
Yeah, I'm in a front-end developer, so I want to learn AWS services. So it is like good for me, like I'm a beginner.
Those kind of general question we'll discuss in the parking lot. Okay. If you have any technical
Oh, okay,
discussion,
okay, sure, sure, sure.
yeah. If you have a technical discussion, let's discuss now. Those kind of your personal doubt, your personal career guidance, I'll have a parking lot. End of the session, we can discuss. Okay.
Okay. Oh, this is only the second session, huh? I think.
This is project 2. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Can you share me project one also, if it possible?
Here it is. I used to upload in my YouTube channel. Here is the link. So you are part
Yeah,
of
please share the
you are part
in
of
group also.
WhatsApp channel.
Yeah, yeah, I joined.
Okay, over there I already shared the link. If you are
Yeah,
part of
sure, thanks.
if you're part of this channel, you every day, every session link you will get. Just to join this channel, okay? Already 150 members
Please,
are following.
can you share the channel link in the chat?
Channel link.
Yes, WhatsApp
Okay,
channel link.
I'll put it in the chat, Zoom chat.
Yeah, thanks, Ari.
Fine. I think there is no technical questions. I think we can get into the project discussion. Let me
One question.
objective.
Hello. Yes, Ari.
So we are going to discuss about the objectives now. Design and implement AWS organization structure with organization unit. What are we going to do? There is a new company getting into AWS cloud. Okay, they are started using AWS from on-premises. They are coming from. So for them, we need to suggest and implement and design AWS organization structure to manage multiple AWS account with organization unit tailored for different deployment and project, applying specific SCP control policies, service control policies. So tailored for designing different department, different project. Okay, those key components are coming below. What is the exact requirement coming below? But we are going to set up a AWS organization structure. We are going to create an organization unit based on my departments. Then we are going to apply some SCPs, service control policies, to ensure security and compliance across multiple AWS accounts. SCP is for enforce security and compliance across multiple AWS accounts. All right, cool. So coming over here, this is a key component. Okay, what is our requirement? AWS organization structure. There should be a root organization. Create a root organization that will house all the organization and accounts. So basically, what they're trying to say, paint. I'll open the paint tool. Okay. First, I'm going to take one AWS account. I'm going to call this account as a AWS master account. Why we are calling it as a master? Because from this account only, we are going to enable the organization service. We are going to enable AWS organization service. Even in your AWS account, if people are having AWS account, go ahead and check. You should be seeing there is a service called organization. So once you created a AWS organization, that's what it's saying. Root organization. We set up the root organization. Okay. Then we are going to create a organization units. What are my organization units? Project A OU, client 1 OU, marketing OU, HR OU. Literally, we are going to define multiple OUs here. Project A OU. What is that? Next, client 1 OU. Okay. Client 1 OU, marketing HR. Okay. Marketing HR. Project A, client 1, marketing HR. So the pink color ones are my OUs. Okay. So all these things are created under this AWS organization service. Okay, like that. We are going to create a multiple organization unit, as you can see. So now we need to apply the service control policy. Implement. Okay, we'll come to the service control policy little, but before that, right? Implement steps. Create an account, marketing Sub-OU, create a AWS account. Okay, we are going to create a AWS account in that specific OUs. Basically, when you take this AWS accounts, right, I am going to make it in a way. No. Here I have a 3 accounts. What are the accounts are? Dev AWS account, staging AWS account, prod AWS account. Like that, you have a different AWS accounts. These are your AWS accounts actually. So likewise, we have a 3 different AWS accounts. Okay. Same way, if you got a client one, right? If you can see that architecture diagram, client 1, you have a 2 sub-OUs. Okay. Under this client 1, right? You have a 2 sub-OUs. What are the sub-OUs are? What are those sub-OUs are? Project 1.
Hello.
Project 2. Okay. Like that, we are creating a
Excuse me.
sub.
Excuse me.
Someone talking.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
Karthik,
It's me.
go ahead.
Yeah. No, there is a 2 creation that you have created, right? Project 1 and Project 2.
Yeah,
From
under the client 1 is the OU. Okay, under the
Okay.
OU, we are creating a sub-OU.
Okay. These organization unit are similar to AWS account, or it is different from our AWS account.
AWS organization service, you are asking?
Yeah. Actually, we have created 3 different accounts, right? Dev, stage, and prod. Under
That
project
accounts
A.
are, these accounts are from the project A, from this OU.
Okay. From project organization unit
Project
to Dev,
organization
stage,
unit called
product.
project A has 3 accounts. Now project 1 has
Okay.
going to have a 2 AWS accounts like this. AWS
Okay. Okay.
account
Okay.
another, okay, AWS account
Yeah.
02.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. Like that, we are having a 2 more accounts. All right. So the hierarchy is, this is the AWS organization. You will have one master account. You will have one master account. The master account is responsible for enabling the AWS organization service. When you enable it, right, immediately you need to create a project A, project OUs. Project A is my first OU. Client 1 is my second organization unit. Marketing another OU. HR is another OU. Under the project A, we have a 3 account AWS accounts. We have a AWS accounts. Okay, dev stage product. Similarly, the another division, another department, client 1, they have a 2 sub-OU. OU has been derived from with the sub-OUs. Project 1, project 2. So account 1 and account 2 is coming under the this sub-OU. Okay, this is to another 2 AWS accounts. These are my another 2 of my AWS. Like that, when you have your lots of AWS accounts, right, you can organize them in proper structure way here. What is the benefit out of it? See, currently how many AWS accounts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 accounts are no need to pay the bill individually. This master account is responsible for paying the bill. AWS master account will take care of paying all sub AWS accounts, billing every month. So we need not to be worried. One centralized place. Okay, one place to all AWS accounts. Okay, so these are the advantages when you have a AWS management account. So if you go any project, right, this structure is mandatory. You cannot ignore this structure at all. This AWS organization is mandatory. Maybe the OU name can be different, account naming can be different, sub-OU's name can be different, but they should be using AWS master account and the centralized sub accounts. Now is the time to discuss about. Yeah, any questions?
Sir, yes. So just now we are told there are 5 AWS accounts as of now and 1 master account, right?
Yep.
And master account is responsible for all the billing activities for all accounts, right?
Correct.
Sir, then how we will be if my client want to ask which account is consuming more, or in which account there are still resources which are billing more unnecessary. So how I will be able to identify?
Okay, good question. Okay, valid question. So basically in AWS, right, as I told you, all 5 accounts, this master account is responsible for paying the bill, which means in the AWS master account itself, there is a service available called Cost Explorer. AWS billing, under the billing, right, there is a feature available called Cost Explorer. So what is the purpose of this service? You can go there, you can filter each account name, you can, you can filter it. How much is the billing for, maybe for the dev account, how much we are spending for the month of, August, what are the services are consumed this much bill, which service is, expensive. So you can even compare last 6 month data in Cost Explorer. You can even compare last 1 year data. You can customize your date. You can compare it every month bill. Is there any anomaly in your bill? You can, filter in the Cost Explorer itself. That can be filter each and every account in the master account itself. It's possible. Or you do not have access to this master account. In that case, what I will do? If you have an individual account access, dev account access, stage account access, product account access, or any one account access in your project, go there, open the same billing Cost Explorer, you would able to get those data. If you wanted to know any services unnecessarily running, any resource, any server or any database servers are very getting the very less request, CPU utilization is very low, unnecessarily we are paying money for that and all. there is a service available in AWS called Trusted Advisor. Okay, in every account it's there. If you open the Trusted Advisor, it will suggest you any EC2 instance need to be terminated when it will suggest you. Any unnecessarily any EBS volumes are created, it will suggest you to delete. Any RDS instances are created with a higher capacity of hardware, CPU, RAM, it will suggest you to downsize it. All the recommendation with respect to pricing, Trusted Advisor will guide you on. Okay, these two services you can make use of addressing your question. Okay. Perfect. I think Anurag got my answer. With respect to it, now what are we going to do? We are going to implement the SCP. Very important thing. Because if you go any interview, right, people will ask you at least one question with respect to SCP. Can you talk about your current organization's service control policy? What you implemented? What is your organization standard? So most commonly, I have created 2-3 different policies here. You can replicate the same thing. First one is limit the region usage only on US East 1 and US East 2. So you cannot so what you can do, you can go there, you can enable the SCP. Create the SCP over here. In the master account, okay, imagine your SCP looks like this. The SCP looks like this. Sorry, I don't like that symbol. Maybe. Your SCP looks like that. You wanted to apply to this OU, you can apply to this OU. So this SCP will be applicable only to that particular area. You created a SCP, you applied only to the project A OU. So whatever the account fall under this particular OU, they will be get applied to that OU. So here the recommendation is people are only supposed to use US East 1 and East 2. Unnecessarily, right? They are not allowing us to use any other things. And you created one more SCP. You created one more SCP. You created one more SCP. That is for they are applying to this Sub-OU, project 1. For this Sub-OU you are applying means account 1 and account 2 will be get applied. What is the another? No need to change the network resources. Okay, project policy objective, prevent any modification to network resources such as VPC, subnet, route table, internet gateway across all the account. So you are not allowed to change anything in the VPC. Okay. VPC, route table, internet gateway, subnets. Network resources you are not supposed to touch. Okay, in this SCP, okay, let's go in yellow color because that SCP is yellow color, right? In this SCP, you should use only what? US East 1 and 2 regions, not all the regions. So yellow is not visible, so I'll keep it. So these kind of region restrictions, right? You can create a SCP in the organization itself. You will be able to manage it. You will be able to apply to that specific OU that is getting applied over here. Okay, that's what they are telling. All right. So key component is we created an AWS structure, organization structure. We created a OU. Okay. The service control policies, yeah, we implemented. Okay, organization participation is prevent account from leaving the organization, maintain the control. So there are some people, right, will leave from the organization. By creating SCP, we can restrict them. You will not be able to leave from the organization. Like that, we can apply some SCP. Implementation step, this is how we'll implement the outcome. Successfully implement the secure and compliant AWS organization structure that ensure the region restriction, prevent unauthorized network usage, all those things. This is the architecture diagram for today's project. You have an AWS master account. One normal AWS account you will take. You will go to AWS organization. You will enable the service. As soon as you enable the service, you will be able to create a multiple OUs according to your requirement. So here you go. In the project A, we have a 3 AWS account, and client 1 we have a 2 sub-OUs, and you created a sub AWS accounts under this OU. Wherever you need, you can apply your SCP. Okay. This organization service, SCP, OUs and all common in any project, guys. Okay, common in any project. So make sure to understand this concept. So it will be really good. So if you wanted to know how to implement this AWS organization, how to create service control policy, organization unit and all, I think I have a solution for this as well. Okay, I'll show you. Maybe if you guys are interested personally, go ahead and have a look on it. That also will be not I know it's not mandatory, but if you personally interested, I would like to know more about it. Means here you go. I'll take that things. Okay. Yes. Okay, AWS Organization Service, managing multiple account strategy, SCPs. Okay, this account, I think there are 40 people are already, like that. Almost 1.1K views. So, all right. There are some comments. Looks like this is a good video. I'll share it in the chat box also. You guys can make this out. Okay, maybe solution for this implementing this infrastructure. Okay, I've shared the link in the chat. All right, guys. So this is the parking lot. If you guys having any doubts or any questions, you can discuss. General doubt, general question, whatever you want, you can discuss.
Sir, more than this document style, could you please teach in practical manner?
If I start practical, right, that will take implementing this project would take around 2 hours. Okay, so my action plan is 25 project. I am planning to complete it, giving the idea to people. After completing that, I would, implement the any 5 projects, the important 5 projects. I'll implement in the AWS account because all 25 are not, we cannot mention in the resume. This is only we are understanding for the knowledge purpose. So peak 5 project I'll implement in the account. That would take 2 hours of time. So end of the this 25 sessions what we planned, we are planning to do that actually, which is coming in the future. Okay. But meantime, whenever I'm taking a session, if you guys are really interested to know the solution, I'll share the video like that. I already shared this video, right, for AWS organization setup. Have a look on it. Solution is there. If you are in hurry or you wanted to know immediately, we can follow. That is even again my video only, not third party and all. Again, my video only. I'll share the content like that. Okay.
Bro, out of the 25 projects, shall I know which project I need to I need to mention my resume? That
It's up to
is
you.
confused for me.
Any profile, any project which you are comfortable to explain, which you are comfortable to understand end to
Okay,
end,
okay.
you can mention it. It's not compulsion. All 25 projects are important. Some people will feel like this project is easy. Some of them feel like that project is really worthy to explain. So you can pick whatever.
Okay.
No restrictions.
Okay. Whether they will ask this project under real time scenario. Real time means this is real time, but in practically how it is possible like that they will ask what.
You are asking about the questions, interview questions.
No, sir. Actually, we are clear about this. We are sharing the document regarding the project
Architecture
2.
diagram. Yes.
Yeah, architecture diagram. But in practically, they will ask inside the console if we work means like that. They will ask.
Obviously, you need to know AWS for that. You have a AWS exposure. You worked in AWS before, or you know AWS. You studied somewhere. What is your background?
No, sir. I'm currently studying. Sir.
Studying, right? Yeah, that's what. So
Yes, sir.
complete the AWS general services like IAM, EC2, S3, VPC, CloudWatch, Cloud Trial, RDS, Dynamo.
Yes, sir.
Complete those general services. This service is also one of the AWS service only. When you know AWS services in the academic way, then if you interrelate with this project, you can try to implement. While learning, you can take this as a one of the tasks to implement this setup in your AWS account, so that you will gain hands.
Okay.
Okay, that way only we'll have to learn.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir,
Cool. Any other parking lot question to anyone?
Yes, sir.
Can you? Hello.
Yeah, Gopal, go ahead.
Understood. My question is that like the 25 projects which you said, can you give like those topics?
So
Can
far
you
two
put
projects
in the
we
chat?
have completed. Why every week only? That should be surprising one. If I give all 25 projects on single chart, you guys will lose the interest. So let's be surprised. Every week I'll surprise you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, no.
sir, as with the AWS Organization Structure is a new service I'm came to know about it today. So there are a few questions also. Sir, as of now, as we all are learning AWS, so we are a bit familiar about the root account creation, right?
Yes. Root account.
AWS root account creation. So how we create the master account and from which account we are responsible to create the user accounts.
Okay, good question. Good question. So this AWS master account, you are talking about root account, right? Root account means what? You will go create one AWS account. It will ask your email ID. It will ask a password.
Yes,
It will
yes,
ask
sir.
your debit card information, your address, phone number. After validating all these things, you will log into one AWS account. Imagine that is created by Anurag. Okay. According to you, that is your AWS root account. In that account itself, okay, you need to promote that account as a master account. How can we promote? Okay, you already logged into the AWS account using your root credential. Go to services and search like AWS organization. Go to services
Okay.
and search like AWS organization service. Over there, it will ask you to create an organization. The moment when you create an organization, it becomes master account.
Okay.
After that, once you created the organization, right? These OUs can be created in this organization account. You remember when first time the root account you created, right? At the time it was asking your email ID. At the time it was asking the your address details, your debit card information or credit card information, all those things. Once you created an organization unit, if you try to create a new AWS account from the organization service, it won't ask all this information. It will pick everything from the master account. The one you created initially, right? Same data will be retrieved and applied for all sub accounts also. This is for creating new account. If as imagine Anurag has created one account, we converted that root account as a master account. Imagine Hari is the one guy available. He is using that account for last 5 years. You can even invite that old account also to this part of AWS organization service. Okay, while creating account, there is an option called invite existing AWS. If you click on invite account, it will ask my root email ID. Hari is the person I was having my root account, right? It asks my email ID. When you provide that, request will come to my account. If I accept it, I will be part of your organization. Understand?
Yes, sir. So when a new project is going to start, then who will create the root account?
Yes.
Either we or it has been provided by the customer.
We will create the AWS account. If in real project, cloud architect will create the root account.
Again, cloud architect.
The organization. I will convert the root account as a master account by enabling the AWS organization service.
Okay, sir. Again, by this cloud architect, there is a confusion. I'm facing as we are learning AWS as of now. We all. So, what is the role of an AWS solution architect? What is the role of an AWS cloud engineer? And what is the role of an AWS infrastructure
Okay.
person? As I reviewed few JD, so I came to know about all these terminologies.
Yeah. So you're part of my channel, by the way, WhatsApp channel.
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, so if you can see my last videos about recently I posted one
Yes, salary one.
project.
Salary
Okay,
one.
project. Before that, I highlighted one video, day-to-day work in cloud ops and DevOps project. Have you seen that video in chat?
Sir, actually, I've joined your channel last week.
No, in my WhatsApp channel.
Yeah.
Okay, just now I posted on video AWS Project1 last week recording I posted. On top of it, I posted one more video, day-to-day work in cloud ops and DevOps projects.
Yes, yes.
If you can see that answers you well, because that video talks about what is the role of AWS, cloud engineer, infrastructure engineer, DevOps engineer, architect, all those things. But still, I'll tell you on high level now, since you asked, I cannot refuse you. I should respect your question as a teacher. So see, AWS architect is responsible for designing your entire AWS accounts, designing your entire networking and connectivity. If you remember last week, we discussed about how my VPC should be, how many subnets are it should be, where we are going to use internet gateway, how it has to communicate to on-premises. All the solution, you need to have it in your fingertip. Whenever there is a requirement comes, you need to pass one by one solution immediately. So that much level of knowledge you should have as to play a role of cloud architect. All the solution, you need to have it in handy. So entire AWS account, you will design it. How my network should be, how my IAM authentication and roles policy should be, what kind of connectivity I'm going to have, how many security groups I'm going to have, how my EC2 instance will communicate to my RDS, how my organization going to function, how many OUs I'm going to create, what are the SCP I'm going to configure. All those designing part will be AWS architect scope. He will decide in the infrastructure. Coming to the infrastructure,
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, let me complete this so that you can ask the doubt once again. So AWS architect part is clear, right? Once the AWS architect designed all these things, the infrastructure engineer, cloud engineers are what they're going to do. Based on the architecture, they will implement this setup. Okay, we got the architecture diagram from the architect. He asked us to create one VPC, two subnet, one internet gateway, route table, all those things. Let us implement in the account. The beginning level, right? 4, 5, 6, 7 years, you will have to work in the role of SME only, the cloud infrastructure engineer or cloud engineer. Designation may vary company to company, but end of the year work will be the same. Or any issue with the existing resources, you need to troubleshoot it. The troubleshooting also comes under your scope. So architect will work on the designing part of implementing entire account. Is there any P1? Is there any outage? That is the case. Architect will jump into your environment. He will help you to troubleshoot it. That is the difference.
So initially we will work as a cloud engineer. Then after 4 or 5 years, we will be promoted to architect.
Yes.
Okay.
To play an architect role, minimum you should have 8 to 10 years experience in AWS.
Okay.
But if you acquire a knowledge, you will be able to achieve it in 1 or 2 years. Okay, that's not technically possible. Logically also possible. But you need to have that much knowledge.
Yes, practical exposure.
Karthik was asking one question.
Yeah, yes, sir. Actually, I'm a practitioner, certified practitioner in AWS. Currently, I'm posting solution architect. I'm a final year student. I don't know how to land a job as a cloud engineer as a fresher. Is it possible to start my career as a cloud engineer as a fresher?
Definitely. So since you are learning your final year, right? There should be a
Yeah,
company
actually, I have
campus
completed
interview, right?
certified practitioner. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So when the company comes, that itself, right? Once you completed AWS practitioner in your resume, highlight the practitioner logo. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to show your interest in your AWS in your resume. You need to show area of interest where you can work cloud and DevOps environment. Since I have got more interest, I have completed my final year project. You do your project also in the particular same technology itself. So mention them.
Okay.
So when the company comes, definitely they'll give a priority. Attend 2-3 interview different companies. So when companies come, they'll give priority for you to work in the AWS environment when you show your things. One recommendation I can provide, only by learning the certification course, additionally try to join any internship in AWS projects.
Yes, sir,
Not
I
only
have
for
tried,
you,
but
not only for you, Karthik, this is advice for general people as well. General people, what I'm telling, even you guys are working in different platform, trying to change your career to AWS DevOps, almost the same case like Karthik Raja only. Karthik Raja is a final year student. He also new to AWS DevOps environment. Other people having experience in different technology, when you're trying to change your career to AWS DevOps, simply by learning in internet, YouTube, that won't help you. You should know, you should be having some internship. You should be having some internship. People will think in wrongly. Only college students will do internship, right? Not like that. So when you people are trying to change your career, you also new only to that field. So you need to know what projects are coming, what are the different use cases are coming, what is my client requirement, how the project goes, what I need to do, what is my role, what is my day-to-day activity, what is my daily task. That thing you will come to know in the internship only. Try to join any company, get the internship for that. Then you will be able to understand the day-to-day work. Then it will be easy for you to attend the interview. It's for Karthik Raja as well as other members as well. For knowing more
Yeah.
details, right? I have, personally in high tech, right? We are providing internship. Okay, that is paid internship only. I'm not marketing anything here. Don't misunderstand it. But I'm telling you the possibility which all the companies are providing internship. High tech itself, we are providing the internship that is paid internship for 1 month, 2 month, 3-month program. I have two of my friends in my circle. Okay, their company also providing a internship again. That too paid internship. Okay, so you can join any one of the internship program. I think Udemy, YouTube, you can learn the AWS course content curriculum. But real-time use cases by internship, you can acquire it. Okay, this is a solution for Karthik Raja and other people who trying to change your career. AWS.
How much is the cost for that?
Again, since I don't know how to market anything over here, but since you asked it, by respecting your question, per month it will charge for 7,000. If you have more candidates, right, from your circle, we would be able to reducing them. Okay, 1 month around, you will be involving into 30 to 40 different use cases and scenarios.
Sure, sir. Sure.
How much is the daily time duration of it?
Daily, you need, see, we'll give you the task. We'll whatever the requirement we are getting from our client, right? We will forward it to you.
Okay.
If you're able to complete it in 30 minutes, appreciable. If you're completing in 3 hours, also it's up to you. But in such case, you are not able to complete technically because day one itself you cannot complete it, right? Some complex task. Our experienced 7 years AWS engineer or a cloud architect or cloud consultant will help you if you're stuck somewhere. Okay.
Perfect.
People will know how to do. Maybe sometime people will have in the confusion. Hey, whether if I'm doing it, will it work correctly or not? Whether I understood the requirement properly or not. That struggles will be there in the initial days. Those kind of things can be sorted out, discussed with your engineer, who's your mentor, right? Mentor will help you. Currently, almost 14 members are undergoing that internship, online internship program. So they every month, right, will take set of people for internship.
Sir, it says, this is Krish. I want to ask if SCP is exist in AWS, what is the name we can find in Azure? Actually, I am Azure student.
Okay, in Azure strategy and account strategy and AWS account strategy is totally different. See, in Azure, you will have one AWS account only. Sorry, one Azure account only. You will create the various subscriptions. You will create the various subscriptions. Subscription 1, subscription 2, subscription 3, like that. In that case, right? But in AWS, totally different. In Azure, if you log into your account, if you have access to your subscription, you will be able to access it. If you're not having access to your subscription, you cannot access it. Okay. So, but in Azure, you will have a subscription manager. One portal will be there. Very long back, I managed it. I couldn't get the name of that portal. But still, over there, we can configure some policies. But Azure account strategy and AWS account strategy totally different. AWS accounts are standalone individual accounts. But Azure, you will have only one AWS account. You will have a different subscriptions. Production on subscription, staging on subscription, dev on subscription, like that. Okay. So we cannot compare these two account strategies. Maybe other use cases you can compare with Azure and AWS. But yeah.
Hari, will you be covering the landing zone creation also in this tutorial?
Yes, future projects. I think 14th or 15th project we have something related to it.
Hari sir?
Advanced topic, so we are keeping it. And once we get a comfortable knowledge, then yeah, someone called me.
Hari sir? Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I am studying in Pondicherry branch regarding that internship, sir.
Oh, I think you met me, right? There is a guy sitting next to me. You are the one, Ashwin?
No, sir. No.
You
Where,
are
sir?
currently in high-tech Pondicherry?
Yes, sir. I took Pondicherry.
Because
I'm
morning, see,
learning.
you used to come morning around 10:30 to 11 something that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think I saw you one time. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I was asking to Satish. You know Satish?
Yes, sir. I know Satish, sir.
He's your mentor, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
He is currently guiding.
Correct. Actually, whatever the use cases you are doing, right, that has been assigned by me.
Oh, okay, sir.
And he was watching troubleshooting videos one day, right? AWS troubleshooting video from YouTube.
Yes, sir. He told to go through the videos,
Okay.
bro.
Is there any guy who sitting next to you 2 weeks before who attending meeting by putting headphones and all with his laptop? Do you remember?
Uh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
You
you have now
attended a
forgot actually.
meeting.
Actually maybe you forgot. I was sitting behind you only. I was attending some meeting at the day. I visited Pondicherry.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now I understood. Now I am clear. Okay. You are the person.
Okay. I was seeing you are watching my video and you was working on you are creating documentation on your POC, what you have done on that day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just checking, yeah. I used to give the task
Okay.
to Satish and Madesh. One more guy is there in Madesh. He also one of the cloud.
Yes, sir. Madesh also is in the
Correct.
office. Yes. Okay.
Good. So
Okay.
I'm happy that I thought you are different, Ashwin. Maybe we can meet. Maybe
No.
next week again I'm coming to Pondicherry.
I thought you are in the Chennai branch. So there is.
Mostly I'll be in Chennai,
No.
Ashwin. Mostly I'll be in Chennai, but I used to
Okay, sir.
visit because most of the internship people are there in Chennai.
Okay,
one thing
sir.
I used to come. Maybe next time when I come, I'll meet you. Next week I'll be there.
Sure, sir. Okay.
Hari, I am Asif here.
Hey Asif.
I have one
Right.
question.
Before answering Asif's question, last 2 more questions for a day. Then we can call it as a day. Okay. Asif, yeah, go ahead. Asif, go ahead. I think you muted yourself.
Yes, Hari, what is SRE role? Can you please tell me?
Yeah, SRE.
Site reliability engineer.
Yes. There are two things. Earlier, right, when on-premises was there, there will be a site engineer from our location, right? Maybe if we are working in company called TCS, we will send an engineer to the site. They'll go to their client location, maybe Indian Bank. We'll go to Indian Bank. We'll set up all those resources, provisioning, everything. We'll go to their client site. We'll do it. That's where it is. In cloud, right? SRE role little bit different. Little bit different in the sense. What we will do, we will not for the client, we will not help them to troubleshoot on their resources, because nowadays client side also there are some technical engineers will be there. There is a project where client side also they used to manage the some resources. They'll maintain their application. We support only their infrastructure.
Okay.
When they need us to create a EC2 instances, we'll help them. When they need us to create a particular database server, will create that. But when client coming and asking, hey, Harry, this Lambda is not running for me. Can you help me to troubleshoot? Since I'm a SRE, I'm not supposed to look into your application, your code. It's out of scope for me. That's where will be supporting their infrastructure with a limited, support scope of work signed with my company with the client. Okay. So full extensive support will not give. Some specific portion of support only we used to give for our. These kind of customized work requirement comes under the SRE. Okay.
But SRE is a high profile job, no?
Correct. All the same only.
In SRE DevOps, it's a high profile job.
Yeah. People will be naming it as a different designation only. Company to company it will change. The designation will change.
Okay. Fine.
Cool. All right, guys. So we can call it as a day. So one thing, last week I requested many people. I think you guys are not spreading this information to many people. I could see all same 20 members only repeating over here. See, I'm helping you, right? I'm showing you projects. I'm sharing you the contents. I'm clarifying your doubts. You have to return some help to me, right? Spread this information to your friends. Next week, with your help, I should see participant count should be 40. Okay. Only then we can make some more interactive.
Sure.
Right.
Sir,
So
last
share
one
this
doubt.
information because
I have
the
that.
people not going to pay anything, right? It's free of cost. So you can, don't need to hesitate to pay. Sorry, share this information. Share it with your friends. All of you know, I should be
Sure,
able to see 40 participants. You have to help me since I'm helping you, right? So this recording also again coming into our WhatsApp channel. People who's missing, right? Whoever watching this YouTube channel, the description I mention all those things. Okay. So thank you. We'll meet next
Sure.
week.